Everybody, hello and welcome to a live stream from where? Guess the city. Everybody, hi. Good evening in St. Pete. So yes, we're in St. Petersburg. Roy Daniels, MK, Ekki, everybody, hi. Hi. Zinger house, yeah. Rob Vintage 1970, hello. Невский проспект, Невский Avenue. I'm gonna go a little here. Today it's cold, same as whole week. It's cold. It's minus 10 or 12, something like that. Remilion, Ironwood. Yes, hi. Hello from St. Petersburg. Today we're gonna walk and talk about upcoming elections in Russia. I guess people want to know a few reasons why Putin gonna win. Sam K, thank you so much for super chat, for coffee. I'm just a couple of minutes outside and my hands are already cold. I'm gonna change the gloves. So I think people already know that Putin gonna win, but they think it's only because he's a dictator. Yeah, everybody says it's because of that the elections in Russia are fake and so on. But I'm gonna try to say we have other reasons as well, and they're obvious for me. I'm like observing it from the trying to see on that situation from the different sides, and it's becoming obvious. Гостиный двор right there. Police car. everybody. Rock Pub, ex Hard Rock Cafe. Nothing changed but the label there. Roy Daniel, hello. Remy Leon, Isaac Lusa, Alex Oliveira. Yes, everybody, hi guys. A lot of people still are discussing about that Putin and Tucker Carlson interview and sharing their opinion, like what they think about that, about how what percentage of truth Putin said in that interview and what was the goal for that interview, who was the target for their interview and for Putin's message. I see lots and lots of videos coming on YouTube. So why Putin, Vladimir Putin, our current president, gonna be only one and no one else, no one besides him will be the president of Russia on the upcoming elections, and why he gonna win the elections? I collected a few reasons for that. And I think first reason, it's the effect, side effect after sanctions. Or better say, foreign companies which started to leave Russian market. What happened? Foreign companies, well-known companies, started to live in Russia and selling their businesses to Russian owners just for $1. What do you think happened after that? If companies sell the business to Russian owner, it means the taxes which the company gonna pay, nothing of from the taxes gonna go to foreign company. Most of money which company earn making their business for Russian customers, all this money gonna stay here in Russia. What changed for customers after some companies left Russian market? Only labels on a package of Coca-Cola. Now it's Dobry Cola. And to be clear, it was the same factory. Same factory produced Dobry Cola and was producing original Coca-Cola in Russia, in the territory of Russia. Jeffrey Hunt, Carol Eagle, Alex Oliveira. We're in GUM. It's Passage, like GUM brother, let's say. stop a little bit. Yeah, hello everybody who just joined the live stream. Welcome, and it's nice to see you back. And welcome to Russia, St Petersburg. One moment, guys. I just came here to warm up a little bit because outside in St. Petersburg today it's quite cold. It maybe feels okay. Maybe feels like a -10, but really feels like -15 or 16. It's a little strange, but after sanctions against Russia, even more people started to support Putin. It was not obvious for me when it's all started, the conflict started. And I was thinking, how is it possible? So can you tell me who has the profit after selling the foreign business to Russian owners? Who? That guy from Arizona, hello. Ironwood, Inessa, everybody hi. I heard the news about the Germany economy, which is now not growing. KDV store bankrupt, what I heard today, and a few other significant stores. RKDK, hello. As Ironwood workman said in the chat before I started the live stream, that the main reason that Russia do not need a weak leader, and this is 100% true. This is 100% true. Just imagine if someone from our candidates in the bulletin of elections of 2024 president elections in Russia, imagine some of our candidates will be elected. First, they don't have enough experience in politics, in like politics between country and country. Only inside Russia. Some of them maybe did something. I heard that that guy Nadezhdin Boris, or what is his name, Boris, he did something in the 90s. And opposition, Russian opposition, they were counting on him. They were all supporting him. Like everybody was supporting him. And you know what? It is strange. It's suspicious. This is suspicious. If everybody says the same thing about one candidate, and you know, it's suspicious for me personally. I didn't hear that anybody say that this is kind of strange. So maybe in some Russian media they say like, oh yeah, it's I don't know, it's that candidate, he's supported by some Western companies or something. But I don't know, I don't follow the news like a Russian, only pro-Russian media. I don't follow it and I don't watch it. Trying to make my own conclusions about all that. So, give me a second. Yes, hello everybody. I wonder how Eurospar still exists in Russia. I don't know any place except city center like Nevsky, where Eurospar has its store. We definitely need to find some hot drink. So, did you already imagine if some weak candidate for president of Russia won the elections? What kind of negotiations he can make? What kind of good deals he can like get? What kind of profit can he get for Russia as a country? Someone who has no experience. And people would say that it's because government do not allow anybody, like any opposition, make their own things, like get the experience in Russian politics, right? Because who can be a candidate? Only experienced candidate who did something. Afterwards, people can compare what was before and what's now in their life, what changed in their life. If you want to get that experience, you must do something, and you know, people must admit it. But this is not happening. I hear everybody says, like, let's make Russia better. Let's make Russia a peaceful country. Let's stop the war. And so on and so on. But for some reason, nobody says nobody talks about Russia interests. Welcome everybody, join my channel. Keep going on Nevsky Prospect on St Petersburg, the main street of St Petersburg, Russia. Talking about foreign companies, I think you know that some companies do not sell their business completely, like they sold it, but with a chance to buy it back after like a couple of years. Doesn't that mean that they don't want to lose Russian market? Hi everybody. Dima, do you have a pet bear? No, I'm not. My favorite place in St. Petersburg, if count like restaurants and cafes, it's Teremok, modern Russian cuisine. Let's get inside. I think the signal will not be weak here. Здравствуйте. Можно, пожалуйста, блинчик с вишней?
Так, вы что-то здесь подать?
Здесь, пожалуйста.
Блинчик с вишней.
И сбитень. Сбитень. По карте.
Приложение будет?
Нет.
Ваш PLD по готовности до знака, пойдет 213.
Хорошо.
Спасибо. Сейчас он чек.
Спасибо.
А кто будет вести?
What is beating? It's sort of tea with herbs. It's Belarusian drink. Забити. So I think it's so obvious that Putin has so much experience in politics. One moment. So you want it or not, the fact is that guy, he is experienced in politics. Now we officially have 4 candidates. Putin, Slutsky, and 2 other candidates. I even don't remember their names. Everybody, bon appetit. What do I have? Blini with cherry jam and zbitin. This is concentrated syrup with base of honey. The Communist Party is the biggest opposition against Putin. Unfortunately, Alex, they even don't make a web page for the program. for their candidate for president elections. I checked everybody's website, everyone, any candidate, even those who were rejected. I checked everybody's websites, and some of them they're not they're not made for people. Roy, thank you for super chat, for that awesome cherry blini. Yes, yes. Cherry blini will be awesome. Remilion, thank you for your super chat. Awesome super chat, 10 euros. Dear Russian friends, what do you want? Do you want a country at peace with Western countries? Do you think Putin is the right person to bring this peace? Great questions. Remilion, thank you for super chat. I think some Russian viewers might answer you in the chat, and I will try to answer. As I don't know what I would do if I would be a leader, but it seems like Putin is following the Russia's interests. Like he is trying to defend the interests of Russia based on history and based on the actions which are happening from the Western side. This is how I understand his actions, like what he's trying to do. I saw a lot of reviews on the interview between Tucker and Putin, and a lot of people say his actions are obvious because he felt the danger from NATO. Gail wins, St Petersburg, Florida, USA. Yes, hello. You're having way warmer weather, I guess, than we're here. I'm gonna check how cold in St Petersburg, Russia now. It's -12 and feels like -18 because of the wind and humid. -12 in St. Pete. Yeah, and humidity and wind. So, Remy, I think everybody wants to live in peace, but Putin think that Russia's interests are not nobody cares about Russia's interests. Yeah, and what he said about that? He said no NATO countries on the Eastern Europe, right? This is what he said, and he feels danger. As a side effect, after that, even more countries joined NATO. I think they were not counting on that, or I don't know. But today, answering on Remy Leon question, thank you for super chat again, about do Russians want to live in peace with Russia and Western countries? Of course, people want that, but after what happened and what was the reaction of the Western countries, people started thinking differently, a little differently. Something changed in their minds. And what changed? What changed? The sanctions, for some reason, were not imposed not only for like some Russian elites, but against simple Russian people, right? And I heard it might be a goal, like a main goal of sanctions, to make people suffer of sanctions. And after that, after a lot of sanctions, like Russia now is the most sanctioned country in the world, right? It's a fact. So these sanctions had to make people protesting against current government because of sanctions. But imagine how people can protest about sanctions against a Russian government, because not Russian government made these sanctions. Some guy Young, Mr. C, Gail, Sam K, Robert Canfield, Alex Alviera, Dan Tao. Bon appetit, yeah, bon appetit to you too, Dan, and to everybody. Just came to Cheремок to eat some blini or crepes or whatever you call it, with cherry jam. And with sort of tea herbs on honey base. So I don't remember even a single time people were protesting against sanctions, because it's not gonna lead to any result, I think, against sanctions, like to protest against sanctions. I wrote down some of my thoughts on notes on my phone, so I'm like trying to say it my words right now. Yeah, like I started to saying, people, mostly young Russians, as me, as someone like middle-aged Russians, I mean like from 30 up to 40 maybe, like that, they're started to disappointing in Western countries, because they thought what we thought about Western countries. If it's democracy, it must be fair to anybody, Max von Underlin, by the way, hello. So it must be fair to anybody, doesn't matter what is going on. But it seems like it's not fair. And for some reason, one countries can defend their interests in different parts of the world for some reason, but other countries for some reason cannot. And people started like thinking, why? It's not fair. It's not fair. And I think that's what Putin worries about the most. Not so long, I rewatched Putin's Munich speech, by the way. I think he was asking for the peace, saying his speech, but nobody cares. And on that interview for Tucker Carlson, he just repeated his words, what he already said. I think some of the people on the Western countries, they also remember what he said before, like 10, 15, 20 years ago. They might remember what he said. And we are in Russia. We're not surprised at all about all the facts, what he said in that interview to Tucker Carlson. I was watching on Tucker's face, and he was like, that was his face, like, oh, like that. I thought maybe he was surprised to hear that, I don't know. He also, Tucker also shared his thoughts about the interview on some conference. I didn't watch that conference with him, but I saved a web page. After that live stream, I'm gonna listen what did he say there. I can repeat why Tucker was chosen by Russia to make that interview with Putin. If you not realized it yet, it's because all of those media like CNN, CNBC, BBC, and other media. Even if they were asking 100 times Putin to give that interview, the reason why he didn't approve it, didn't take that offer, I think those journalists which might make their interview probably on BBC, like that guy who lives in Moscow, or Rosenberg, or what is his name? He will he will try to repeat his questions and do not listen at all the message what Putin want to share. And I think it's super important to listen to someone who is trying to send some message. This is matter. But they do not listen. I watched the interview with some BBC journalist with a Russian guy in how that organization calls. Nibenzia. A guy who shared the reports of the I don't remember. So okay, BBC journalist was making interview with Russian politician, and he was always speaking over his words. Isn't that interview? Isn't that a real journalism? Yesterday I was watching a news report by Varlamov. It's a well-known blogger in Russia, on Russian YouTube. And he was making like a summary on that interview by Putin for Tucker Carlson. He was asking some experts who was saying yes, BBC was asking 100 times and they were always receive reviews were rejected by Kremlin, and why a Tucker Carlson was chosen for that. It's not real journalism. If it would be real, the journalist would speak over, or how to say, перебивать, always speak over Putin's speech, Putin's message, and what kind of interview it would be. I think the best journalist is one who asks the question and patiently waits until the end of the answer on that question. Mario, some journalists are not saying what is follow the Russia interests. I was surprised that still some Western journalists from BBC, they're literally living in Moscow, living in Russia, and nothing is happening with them. Barbara, hello. Robert. Rob, I'm a retired journalist with 40 years experience. Tucker Carlson knows nothing about conducting a proper interview. To be clear, I didn't like how he made that interview. How he was laughing like a crazy guy, like his laugh. But this is how he laughs, I guess. But I think the most important thing, that interview what's happened with his help. This is more interesting than how he was asking questions. So talking about sanctions, what people in Russia see nowadays? What do we see? we can't use a foreign banking cards. We can't purchase a lot of stuff from foreign countries. We can't use some services with what we used to use. We can't buy some products from foreign countries. On who we're disappointed. Not in Russia. But I think it's not. It's a mistake of Russia. What the country let foreign business to grab and take and keep their leadership on niches like banking cards, on let's say soda market. Coca-Cola was the leader, I guess. Everybody knows Coca-Cola. And our niches. It's sad that in Russia we don't have factories for any sort of let's say we're not producing everything we need. We have to buy it in our countries, unfortunately. But now I see it as a mistake. But before it was maybe just an easier way, like just buy it from a foreign country and don't care. Another reason why Putin gonna have more fans, more votes for him this year during presidential elections in Russia in 2024. This is because Russians realized that life in Russia is not that bad as foreign media says. So everybody says you live under dictatorship. You don't have freedom of speech. You don't have any freedom, which is not true. Maybe, and not maybe, it is. We have different freedom. It is different. It's not the same freedom as in United States. Maybe you can talk bad things about your politicians, right? But you don't have our kind of freedoms. Talking about laws, right? You have so many laws, like don't do that. With police, you better do not, don't provoke policemen, because they are having guns. And black people, the relations between black people and police, this is which is not exist in Russia. We don't have it. We have our problems, but this is which is not exist in Russia. choice. From what I see through this channel, Dima has a lot of freedom. You know, we have a joke that you can talk shit about your politicians in United States, yeah, let's say. In Russia, we also can do that. We can do the same. Talk shit about your politicians. Ironwood, do you understand that you can't compare two different countries and two different cultures? Do you understand it? It's completely different countries and different type of freedoms. I remember Biden from 1980s TV, 90s TV to today. His time is up. Insane, no sitting, Delaware, Duffers, go home. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, R. Elkos, but I think I understand what you're talking about. I heard and I watched a few videos of Biden visiting USSR. He has a long road till the presidency. But what else I see right now in 2024, that people say that it's enough for him. Hillary Clinton said something about Biden, like something bad. Barbara, Russians don't talk shit about because it's not their nature. Some people say shit about everybody. But I think we have like sometimes it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say and what you think, because it would change nothing. So why you should do that? Why you should do that? For nothing. And you know what? I really like the reaction of Western world. People were watching the interview with Putin, Tucker Putin, and they were saying like something like that. I read it from the comments under my video when we were watching alone Tucker interview. like Putin is so confident. Putin is like he translates, like spread the confidence, the power, and what kind of that's what type of leader what we need in the United States or maybe from other countries people were talking about. But you guys must admit that that type of message from Putin or anybody else, like some American politicians, why it's important to understand the motivation of politician, right? Because what I heard about that interview also, that people didn't understand the why that all happened. Why? Like they were thinking Putin decided to take the territories for just because. And I think now I don't know, they read that message through his words, that what's the real reasons in his head as a leader of the country. What I also realized after that interview, I did never dive deep into the Western media before that interview, because what I saw different articles and news reports about that, saying Tucker Carlson as an idiot, which been used by Kremlin. And every media were saying the same words. They were spreading the same words, and after that I started to realize that isn't that nothing but another way of propaganda. Like okay, in Russia we have propaganda, it's straight, like you can watch it or you cannot watch it, right? But in the West it seems like you have a choice on what media believe in, right? You have CNN, you have Fox News, you have other media channels, but you see there the same narrative. Isn't that strange? I shared it on my Telegram channel, the summary of news reports from different media about Tucker Carlson. For me, it's a little surprise, because I thought any media independent and they're not copying each other. But it seems like not in reality. I repeat, like I didn't read a lot foreign media before that interview. some guy sent me a report by CNN, made by CNN, about Putin, about Tucker. We were like talking something about that in a bad key. And when I went into the comment section, and when I checked the likes and dislikes on YouTube, I realized like people are not blind, and you can't say them only one point of view and they will believe into that. No, nothing like that. You can't lie to the people. Like you can, but it doesn't matter that what you say. If they have a different point of view, they would not believe into your words. So now I think that CNN it's not the best source of let's say objective news reports. Инесса Делмар. Дима, прикол в том, что мы понимаем, что такое пропаганда. Пропаганда везде, но мы выбираем, чему верить. А вот всякая либерда и Запад считает, что им инопланетяне мозг истину транслируют. Ну, своего рода, да. So, some people say that in Russia propaganda exists. We have propaganda, yes, I admit, we have propaganda, but you have, you can choose, will you believe it in that propaganda or not. But in the West, it's like an illusion or bubble of the narrative that no propaganda, like everybody says like what they want, and yeah, you can choose, but come on, they are spreading the same stuff. I don't know, maybe you have some other sources which is like sort of independent. I don't know, I'm not sure about that anymore. One moment. Our media has sold its soul. Sadly, most of so-called journalists has a left-leaning and literally do not tolerate any other edifies credible facts. The USA has lost its moral compass. I can repeat that believe it or not, but if you check the sources of money, on what money the media channels exist, how they work, most of the channels, I think 100% of them, which made on Russian and with anti-Russian policy, they are financed by United States or like, let's say, Western countries or Western part of the world or something like that. And what does it mean? It means that interests, what they are following, they are not the same interests which good for Russia as a country. So it's like a competition. It's like a competition, right? Let's say hidden competition, because you can see it. You just can believe in the information, what they say, what they're trying to put into your mind, and make your own conclusions. But if you're watching only that type of sources, your conclusions would be obvious anti-Russians. So I'm 100% sure that Putin will have way more real votes for him this year. You can say like, yeah, it must be like fake votes for Putin, like 80 or plus percent of rating must be for Putin, like majority of Russians will like vote for Putin. Yeah. Some percentage of the votes would be fake, and so on, so on. But okay, even if some amount of votes will be fake votes, the real part, the amount, like the percentage of the real votes, will be way more than before 2022, because the result which we experienced after the sanctions and so on, it's the growth of economy, and people see it. If you compare the economy of European Union right now and Russia, yes, we're both have we're experiencing not the best times right now, and Russia and Europe and United States, I guess. But if you compare two of them, in Russia we have growth. In Europe, what do we have? And yes, some of people might say you have growth because of the army, like a military factories and so on. Yes. Let's continue our walk in St Petersburg streets, the best city in Russia, in my opinion. Wow! Невский проспект, Невский авеню. How did he win? Rafael Verban. Now, Rafael, I'm telling you the reasons why Putin nowadays in 2024 will have more real votes for him, and why he is only one strong candidate which people can choose from 4 candidates which we have officially now. We already know who those people which we can vote. We're gonna have elections from 15th to 17th of March. And by the way, 2024 is the year when more than in half of the world, half of the population of the world, in the countries like India, Russia, in other countries, in the United States, you're gonna have elections, president elections, or other kinds of elections, which means like a change of power. Guys, would you vote for Putin if you would live in Russia? I can't make a poll in the chat, but I just wonder. And Angie Cat, hello, Rob, Roy Daniel, Sam K, Don't Ask Mary D. Billy Blaze, everybody hello. I would vote for candidates who want to make peace with the West, Remy Leon said. We had that candidate. That guy, Nadezhdin, Boris Nadezhdin, or I don't remember his name. He was telling like, I will make peace if I would be elected as a president. But as a person, he has no authority in my eyes, and I think in a lot of people's eyes. Yeah, people were collecting signs for him being elected, and maybe it's he was forced like not to get into election race, right? Okay, but even if he will win, I do not trust him. I don't trust that guy. I don't trust Ekaterina, whatever. I don't remember her last name. She was trying to apply for being elected as well, and she was also cancelled. And what I think, people would vote for that guy or that lady only because they want alternative, but nobody offer no one of them offer a strong strong program for leading a country to the peace. No one. I can't imagine if Russia will have a weak leader in 2024. That year, as same as previous year, and 2022, it's hard years. I think for any country, as same as before when coronavirus was in the world. how many restrictions we had. It was not easy to go through it. Now we have no chaos in the country. No chaos. Everything is on its place. Some people dream about that. They wanna dream in a country where inside now nothing happens, like a protest every month, I don't know, or for any reason. Some people dream about that. I think you can only understand the advantages and disadvantages of life in a country only if you lived in another place, in our country. You can compare the freedom of speech in one country and another. Maybe you don't need one type of freedom and want something else, because some freedoms are having a bad sides. So the point is that Russians are happy and Putin is good. No, Neil, no. Not everybody happy here. I'm 100% sure. No, like not everybody. Like everywhere, like in any country. But the thing is, what I realized personally, you can value the things you had in your country only if you losing these pluses or advantages of life in the country which you left, or which you had to leave for some reasons. Only in that situation, when you're losing something, you're starting to value it. Hawaii 93, Mary Grace, everybody hello, from St Petersburg, the Nevsky Prospect, Nevsky Avenue, the main street of St Petersburg. Woo. Thank you everybody who are subscribing to the channel, watching, commenting, sharing your thoughts, because you know I do not ban anybody who do not who respect each other. Let's say you can share your opinion completely free, but respect our points of view. If you're not, I'm sorry. isn't she not cold, that lady? Damn. She dressed so in so thin clothes. No, Alex. No, thank you. To take the responsibility of such a big country as Russia, whoa, it's... I think I'm not on that level, on such level. Can you imagine that you have to make life in a country for different nations in one country, in one of the biggest countries in the world? You have to make it peaceful. I think it's not easy at all. Say hi to Russia. Hi to Russia! Russia, hello! And hello from Russia to everybody in the world. Roy Daniel, hi Russia! America, fuck yeah! America! America, fuck yeah! Russia! Chechan restaurant works 24 hours, 7 days a week, non-stop. Michael Judd, Josh. So clean city, Houston is a little bit dirtier, Josh said. But in some places in Russia we have dirt, we have a lot of it. I watched the video of the guy who was living in Russia, who was born in Russia. By the way, he's black. He was born in Russia, lived here for 15 years. After left the country, left Russia to United States, lived there, made a successful business. He was feeling good. He had a family. He had good income. But even in that situation, he decided to come back to Russia. And this is another reason why Putin will have more votes this year. But because of people who left Russia, lived here, lived outside, abroad for years, not only in United States, in Germany, in European countries, in Mexico. I also just today heard that the story of one of the popular blogger from Russia. She was living in Mexico for 2 years, since 2022. And she decided to come back. I don't remember what she said about like life in Russia in general, but I heard just she said like, I like that, I like this. She moved back to Moscow, visited St Petersburg in summer. And she said like, okay, Russia changed for 2 years. Even for 2 years Russia changed, she said. And she's planning to stay here. And why? I don't know why. Didn't she explain? Not sure. But the fact she came back, I have to say that she had a remote business, so she didn't move to Mexico for the money. And you know, the local Mexicans there going to United States for making money, right? Not from United States to Mexico. In general, I mean. So that means something. Maybe that lady talked with some friends and they said like, it's not bad. It's not bad in Russia. Maybe you come back for a short period of time and then decide should you stay or not. Everybody, hello. I'm also noticed Roy, hello, Rob, everybody, hi. Also, I noticed that more and more foreigners coming to Russia, even if they do not understand Russian at all. They have different reasons. Some of them because they have the same political views and values as Russia, and want to share it. Some of them trying to find some good place to live, and Russia is not the worst place to live. I just came to Stockman, or maybe now it's ex-Stockman store. Russian women are the most beautiful in the world. Здравствуйте. А у нас прямой эфир идет. А вы не в настроении, да?
пойдемте вас к консультанту направлю, просто я пока не занимаюсь консультацией.
Да не, мы ничего не хотели спросить по продукции, просто хотели сказать, что вот иностранцы, у нас прямой эфир сейчас идет, они говорят, что в России девушки самые красивые. Это правда?
Это да.
Все, спасибо. Хорошего вечера вам, хорошей работы. So, did you hear? That lady admit, and I don't even have to ask someone to admit it because you see it your eyes. Oh, it's Nevsky Center. Nevsky Center. Yeah, it was half Stockman, half Nevsky Center. Spirit Fitness. Oh, it's a new fitness gym in St. Pete. You see, the ladies are walking around, and you can witness it by yourself. And the last thing I want to say that you don't have to even watch any propaganda if you have it. Like some people say they're not have propaganda, that they don't have propaganda in the United States. Yeah, okay. Okay. So you don't have to watch it to realize what real life is in Russia, and some people who were living in different conditions of life in Russia. For example, in the 90s, which is everybody used that example to compare the difference of life which happened with Russia. 90s, where the USSR collapsed. And people who were living in the 90s, and now these people, 100%, I'm 100% sure, they're gonna vote for Putin. They're gonna vote for him. Because they're comparing how it was 30 years ago, and it's completely a different situation now, what they had before. Of course, young generation like me, for example, some people who lived whole life during Putin presidency, they may say like yeah, hi. Girls, seems like these girls were making live streams as well. So people may say that only one president for more than 20 years, right? It's not how it must be if we have a democracy, right? If we have a democracy, president must, we must change president every like 2-4 years or something. But democracy in Russia, what I realized, yeah, democracy in Russia, it's not the same democracy what you guys have in the West. It's a different type of democracy, and the same as freedom. It's the same. It's the same word, but the different meaning of freedom and democracy. You know. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's how it is. It's how it is. Democratic elections of Russia. But we already know that Putin gonna win. How you can say these words in one sentence? We already know who gonna win, but at the same time it's democratic elections, right? You choose, guys, in the comments. Share your thoughts. What do you think about that? Do you think it's fair that Putin gonna win anyways or not? And name our candidates, candidates for president of Russia. Name in the comments. Okay, everybody, thank you for being here today. Thank you for sending your messages, super chats, of course. Super chats, it means a lot. It means a lot. At least I can drink some hot drinks and eat some balины. Thank you, Ray Million, Roy, Sam K, who sent the donations today. Jesse D, Scott Nesbitt, Michael Judd, Eki, Isaac Musa, BG, Bumblebee, Alex Oliveira, R. Elkus, Roy Daniel, of course, Rebecca Kimball, Aaron Wood Workman, Sam K, Inessa Del Mar, J Vintage 9070, Neil Lewitt, Carolina Oren, Billy Blaze. We need critical thinking. Ironwood Workman, Nightbot, and everybody. Thank you, and see you very, very soon.